Hello. Welcome to the podcast, Risk It for the Biscuit. I'm Adam Bush with my pal Chris Munch.
How's it going?
And our good pal Gary Hornstein.
Gary Bear.
Gary Bear, that's what we call him. This is a podcast about a couple of guys who had a job, a career for 15 plus years and left
20
it.
plus years. For
Well, 20. That's what the plus was for.
But you don't say 15 plus and then add 7 more years to that.
This has gotten off on a terrible start. All right. 20 plus years.
Well, 15 plus for you.
You jerk.
I mean, could you argue that was it much of a career that, that 7
Good
additional
night.
years?
Wow. I'm sorry. I dedicated the bulk of my adult professional life to one place and career.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway. Hi, welcome to the podcast. This is a podcast about a couple of guys who left their 20 plus years long career to jump into the world of comedy. I'm a stand-up comic and a writer. My pal Chris here, actor and stand-up comedian. And then we are here with our best pal, Gary Hornstein. This podcast is brought to you in part by Northern Creative, Gary's production company, video production, graphics, and animation. If you like the stuff that the way our podcast looks, all the art and animation, Gary did that. You can
That's
check
all
it.
he's done.
That's all he's ever done.
That's all. So if you like that,
Yeah,
That's
I'd like to do
he
more
might
of
be able
it.
to help you, but that's all he's
you
done.
can check out his stuff at northern.work. Hire him for your company.
Yeah, it was a good start.
Yeah, right.
Really showing some promise.
Yeah. And he's a good friend. And this podcast follows my and Chris's journey into comedy. We're like 30 episodes in or whatever.
Something like that.
We have officially not been working at our full-time jobs for me for just over a year, you for 2 years.
Over 2 years, yeah.
Just over 2 years. It's going pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got an awesome podcast today. Today we are going to talk about how to build a social media presence.
Yeah.
How to build a social media presence. And we've got the guru here. You might think I'm talking about Chris Munch because he's doing so well on TikTok and Instagram, but who I'm actually talking about is multi-level marketing Chad.
Yeah, let's go. Yes.
Chad, tell us how do we do it?
It's a grind, right? That's the thing. And that's what people forget is they just think
man.
it's going to be easy, but you have to rise and you have to grind. And
Now-
that's the thing.
Chad, when you talk about
When you partner with me though, it's much easier, right?
now when you talk about grinding, you mean from 9 to 5, right?
No, get out of that mindset, right? That's where you have to break down all of these like weak sauce mindsets, right? 9 to 5 is a social construct. Okay. What? 9 to 5. It's a social construct.
social
Someone just
construct.
made that up. Someone just said 9 to 5. And we're all like sheep, like, okay, 9 to 5. You have to think outside the box. You feel me? And so what we do at Chad Nation, right?
Oh, yeah.
We grind round the clock,
Yeah.
right? It's grind a clock somewhere always. Okay?
Yeah. Oh man.
So you have to grind.
I noticed you said we, so as other people.
I mean, yeah. Yes.
Oh man, thanks for we're all the better for this.
That's great. Yeah. Sorry. I thought we were done. Sorry.
Yeah, we're done. All right, that's what we're going to talk about in the podcast, and then we might have a comment of the week at the end. So here we go. Give you a little backstory on old Chris here. 2 years ago ish, you did leave your job.
That's right.
20 plus long career. You worked at a church.
I did.
That
Yep.
we're a big fan of.
Love it.
And you were going to go into the world. You knew that you were going to be an actor and wanted to use your gifts.
Yeah. Performing something along those lines. I wasn't sure exactly how that was going to work.
To make ends meet, and it's a great career. We've all done video. All three of us have done video production for a long time.
Yep.
So you were going to just get into that and basically be a freelancer.
Right. Do freelance video production was always going to pay the bills.
Yep.
And then pursue like stand-up comedy or acting.
Yes.
All of the above.
Yeah. Which at the church, you were a writer and a performer.
Yeah.
And so it was definitely
Which is kind of weird. Most churches probably don't have people on staff that do that.
right.
But we were a unique church.
Yes.
And so anyways, did that for many years, performing on stage, writing
Videos.
sketches, videos,
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff.
That's how we met.
Yeah.
I did a sketch for you.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were on the drama team.
I was on the drama team. Yeah. Yeah. First time I ever did drama, I got the lead.
Oh my
so
gosh.
my claim to fame.
Did I approved that? Or was that
I was. Yeah.
was I in the picture?
Yeah.
That?
No, you were there.
Oh,
yeah.
I was there. Okay.
Yeah. You're right.
Surprising.
Questioning. So So anyway, but you had decided I'm going to put some of my characters I've been working out on social media and just maybe see.
Well, not even that. I didn't know exactly.
Bad hosting. I've not done my homework. What was
You
it?
never ask a question you don't know the answer to.
Okay, I apologize.
Do you even know who this is?
No, I didn't. I had a friend who was like, kind of after
shout out your friend.
John Bunn, my
Yeah.
friend John Bunn. Sorry.
Shout out.
Why?
Please don't mention
Yeah,
anybody's
that's weird.
name.
Why do I feel
I'm
like I have
sorry.
to not say his
Our
name?
pal John Bunn.
Our pal
who
John Bunn. He's
is-
amazing.
He's amazing
Yeah.
online.
Yeah.
He built, and I think we've all worked for him, maybe
At
at some
different
point.
times, yeah.
But he built a wedding videography empire,
Yeah.
and
Well, now he's like helps other people grow their wedding businesses.
he's the king of the kings.
king of the king.
Yeah.
And
Careful, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Jeez,
Apologies.
wow.
Yeah.
No, super great guy. And he had just kind of taken some strides in building like a podcast and a social media presence, and kind of was kind of fresh off of learning a lot of that stuff. And so we had been friends before, but just kind of reconnected. And he's like, man, you really should be doing characters on social media. Like this is like prime opportunity
Yeah.
for your skill set. And I was like, I don't know that I really want to do that. I social media is kind of, I have a love-hate relationship with social media. And I was like, I don't know that I want to go there. But the more I thought about it, the more I thought he was right. Like,
Yeah.
doing characters, all that kind of stuff. I love doing that kind of thing. And so let me just try. But I think one of the biggest principles that John taught me, which I think is really, really important for people who might be wanting to get
Oh, I guess we're getting
on
into
social
these now.
media.
You didn't want to follow the lead of the host. Okay. No, that's fine. We were doing story time,
I
little
just want
backstory.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm just.
Now, do you want me to go back?
Well, did you? What?
Yeah.
So, but did you do it?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was getting to that.
Yeah,
That's
no, this
literally what
is-
I was about to say.
I don't know who's doing a good job or bad job right now.
This is a disaster.
Okay.
No,
keep
don't
going.
say that. Did you do it? That's what I was literally about to say. You just told me not to say that.
All right, who's the MC here?
Exactly.
I'm sorry, Gary.
No,
you
it's-
take over.
Gary,
Yeah.
please ask me some questions.
Yeah.
Somebody.
No, so social media, and I didn't know what I was going to do, if I was going to do it or not.
Can we just get John in here?
If you
Maybe
want
he
to,
can-
John.
if you want to know if we
Guide.
did it, check out the next
out-
episode. This episode's going to be called "Did Chris Post Online?"
I think everyone's just wondering.
Number 4 will shock you.
You won't believe what he did after number 7.
Okay, sorry. Continue.
So this is the principle, was just like commit to a certain amount of time. And so I went into it going, I'm going to commit to posting regularly on social media for 18 months without really kind of wanting anything in return, or expecting anything in return, I guess I should say. So that was really, really helpful, because I mean, I say it was really helpful. When I first started, I started with Pastor Bobby, and it did it did well.
Yeah.
I should even back up. When I first started, I had no idea what I was going to post.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And so I remember I did this,
you did a little sketch.
a little sketch
Based
on a song that was trending at the time.
Okay. All right.
I was just like,
That's right. Yeah.
It was a song where people were posting about losing loved ones, I think.
Yeah.
And so everyone was posting all these really sad
Yeah.
things. And I did basically a video to that song where I was saying goodbye, but you didn't really know who I was saying goodbye to. And then it was like, I was letting go of like a pint of ice cream.
Yeah.
And it was kind of silly, but hilarious.
If you see it, then it's fun.
Yeah, if you saw-
then you would know. Yeah.
But like I posted that and it, I think 500 views or something like that. I don't remember.
Huge.
But I didn't know, like I didn't really know what I was doing. And I don't even know where, I think maybe John said it. I don't remember where it was like, I should just be doing like characters. So I did a Pastor Bobby character, which is a character that I'd kind of been doing. I did it for Gary's company, Summit, for a little bit. The company he used to work for. Sorry. Yeah.
That's not.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not Northern.
What is this? Northern Creative Summit?
Yeah. Anyways, so once I made the determination I'm going to post characters, committing to do it for a certain amount of time without like going like, I'm not making any money on this. What the heck?
Mm-hmm.
Like just knowing I'm going to do this for 18 months and then we'll reevaluate after 18 months made a lot of sense to me. So that's what I set out to do.
Okay. So from here, we're going to walk through just how your social media following, how your profiles became successful.
Yeah.
Just so we're clear about that.
Yeah.
So I just want you to know.
Okay.
So let's start with TikTok. Your first one's Pastor Bobby.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one thing about your videos that are different than mine. Mine are captured stand-up clips.
Yeah.
Yours are to the phone, to the camera.
Yeah.
You're doing. And did it do well?
Yeah. So Pastor Bobby did better than anything I'd posted before.
What's that, like 10,000?
It was more like, I think 3,000 or 4,000 maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe 5,000.
Okay.
I feel like somewhere hitting like 5,000.
Okay. And then from there.
Yeah. So I'd have to look, but I think I did probably 5 to 7 of those.
Pastor Bobby?
Pastor Bobby.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Pastor Bobby.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I remember thinking like, I want to do more characters than just Pastor Bobby.
This is what we have.
But I didn't know what else to do. So I was kind of like trying to figure out what the next step would be. So I just kept doing Pastor Bobby's for the meantime. And then, I think that was over. I think I did maybe 7 or 8 videos over the course of a month. It was March
so not as many as you do now.
Yeah.
Okay. And
I think
getting
I was
about
doing 2 a week, I think.
And getting about the same. I'm asking like 5,000, 6,000.
Yeah, I think they were all pretty. Yeah, I think they were right around 5,000 or so. And then I was posting them on Instagram as well. And I had a lot more friends on Instagram. I had 1,000 followers on Instagram.
Yeah.
Just based on
started your TikTok for this.
Yeah, I started my TikTok for this and I started with 0, but on Instagram I started with 1,000. And I was getting a lot of positive feedback from my friends and stuff with Pastor Bobby.
Yeah.
So I thought Instagram was going to be like do a lot better at the beginning. But anyways, TikTok, I posted a Steven Stevens video.
The first one.
All right.
In
I think March. So I'd been doing like a month and a half or something like that.
Introduction to Steven Stevens.
What is
it was the introduction.
Oh, right. Yeah. Absolutely. The very first video was Steven, and that just took off. And
how many views?
So it got 50,000. Like when I went to bed that night, it was at 50,000, which was
on TikTok.
Yeah. Unlike anything I'd experienced.
Yeah.
We woke up the next morning, and I think it was over 100-something thousand. And then by like that, I don't remember. I think it was like over the course of 3 days, it hit like up to 750,000. Yeah. It was just like going.
And it's over 1 million now.
And yeah, so then it like took a little break, and then a few days later, then also started going again and went to 1.5 million.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So then your TikTok follower count blew up.
Went up by like 20,000.
Okay.
I think it was maybe 10 or 15,000.
Yeah.
But there's a lot more momentum.
Not as much on Instagram though.
Not on Instagram.
Same video.
Yeah, same video didn't. I mean, maybe 5,000 or 6,000 or something like that.
So on TikTok, it's blowing up, and your count is your followers are going from 0 to 20,000.
Yeah, something like that.
Kind of overnight.
Yeah,
that one
over the course of like a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then, what did you start doing?
So then, I had someone ask me about doing a personalized message, and so I was like, yeah, I should do personalized messages. And so I reached out to Cameo.
That's the first time, like after the first Steven
No,
video?
it was probably after 3 videos. So I don't know if this is interesting or not, but the truth is, after the first video, it freaked me out when like that many people saw it.
Yeah.
And like, well, I've talked about this in a past episode, but just like people are like, well, it's not cool. You're punching down people that are, and I'm just like, oh, that's not what I'm trying to do. How do I feel about all this? And it was really like, just really stressful, honestly, because I wasn't anticipating that much exposure. And, so it really was wrestling with all of that. So I think I didn't post another Steven for like another like week and a half, which is kind of a big no-no in the social media world. If you have something that hits, then you want to just like keep doing that thing.
Okay.
Like the next day or 2 days later.
Okay.
Like do a part 2, do a part 3, like just keep feeding that momentum.
I've never heard you talk about this. So this would be like a tip.
This would be a tip. Absolutely.
Grow it. If you want to grow your social media following or presence.
Yeah.
If you have video that hits, follow it up pretty quickly.
Yeah. You want to keep doing that same thing.
Okay.
So, but I just didn't.
But you didn't.
I didn't. I was like, I don't feel comfortable with that. I want to think about this more and kind of wrestle to the ground what I feel about it.
Okay.
And so it took me a little bit. And then I did another video. I think the second video I did then got flagged by TickTok.
Because you were in a bathtub?
Because I was in a bathtub.
Yeah. And you did that one, what, a week later?
I think it was a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks later.
Time.
It was a really long time.
And it got flagged, so it got taken down.
Yeah, it only got like 50,000 views.
But didn't you remake it?
No. Then I didn't. That was the third or fourth one got flagged also. And that's when I learned what happened. I was just like, oh, this is...
I thought I saw that video again. Did you not?
I've never done the bathtub one again.
You never?
But I did the one in the snow is the one that I remade.
Okay.
So it was like the third or fourth.
So the bathtub one is not on.
It's on there.
But it just kind of got stopped.
Yeah. It just got what they call a shadow banned. Okay. Basically, they just don't promote it.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So it didn't. Yeah. It where I was getting, over 1 million views, then that one got... I think I'd done another one. I can't remember what my second video was. I think that bathtub one was the third one. Because I remember thinking like it should be doing better than it was.
Okay. So then you did you pick up steam again or?
Yeah. Yeah. So then I was still doing Pastor Bobby's.
And they were going okay?
And they're going okay.
Yeah.
But Steven was by far the one that was like the most explosive and the most shareable.
Yeah.
And then just started to kind of find ways of monetizing it through like doing, what do you call it? Personalized messages.
Yeah.
Because I don't get paid any money for the views. Like the views are...
Because you specifically don't, and this is another thing, like you don't subscribe or participate in like the creator account,
right? The creator
funded
thing
on
TikTok.
On TikTok.
The reason I don't do that is I've just read a lot of stuff where people say that harms their views. They don't get as many views once they've gone onto that thing. The other part is it pays very little money.
Okay.
It's like $20 for every 1 million views.
So you want the views.
I want the views.
Because your 3 ways of making money are cameos, merch, and shows.
Yes.
Yeah. So the more people who see you,
the
more people become fans. And if you're watching this, you see you are currently wearing.
And the thing is, I don't want to sell out though. That's the thing. I don't want to make it just about the merch or just about the products.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. If you can't see this, Chris is currently wearing his own merch.
I'm wearing a sweatshirt. I like this sweatshirt.
No, it's a great sweatshirt with your face on it.
It's like character's face.
All right. So you are monetizing it now. And you were able to stop. Were you able to stop working your other job?
I mean, I still do things occasionally, but primarily my income that provides for my family is through my products and through, products. I didn't get products launched until I think 9 months into the whole journey. It was like November, I think. But cameos and like personalized messages I was able to launch that like within, I think 3 months. And
so let's talk about this real quick. This isn't specifically, it's connected, but one thing that you've done a really good job at, and you've had me help you a little bit, is you got email.
Yeah. Yeah. So John Bunn,
Addresses.
my friend, really helped give me a game plan and on how to build a business that's not just making videos for people. I mean, because I put a lot of work and a lot of time and effort into my videos. I don't feel like I feel like it's totally fair that I would be then creating opportunities and ways to support my family through my work. So, you get comments. Some people are just like, "What's with all the ads?" It's just like, well, I have to run ads or I don't do this because I don't have any other way of making money. I'm not getting paid for the views. I think there's a perception that, oh, you get a bunch of views, then you're making a bunch of money, which just isn't the case.
Yeah.
But anyways, so John really helped me just like stuff like do giveaways for, get email addresses. So now I've got, at this point, I think we've got over 6,000 people on an email list that I can.
You gave away. You're like, I'll give away this pillow.
Yeah.
Give me your email address, and then I'll pick a winner.
And now it's a way for me to directly communicate with people.
And every week you send out an email.
Just letting them know.
Some would say that the best looking email.
Yeah. Adam helps me write the emails. But yeah, so it's like things like that where you can now. Yeah. Because the algorithms are really finicky and they're not reliable.
And for real, when you hear about
TikTok,
US, knocking out
TikTok or whatever,
that's a big deal.
Yeah. It's like, I still want to be able to communicate with the people who are interested in what I'm doing. And
at some point you're going to go on tour, start doing shows, and you want to be able to tell them.
Yeah, exactly. So it's really just building a robust following that's not just predicated on how many views your video gets.
Yeah.
Is really what I'm trying to create, is a little bit more of a platform from which to be able to communicate with people.
And then finally, so you, just to kind of fast forward to the end, how often do you post a video?
Yeah, we try to do 3 videos a week.
Okay. And do you have like a day that you post?
Try to do Monday, Wednesday, and then either Friday or Saturday.
Okay. And then do you do morning, evening? Do you do different times?
I don't know if this is a real thing, but there's a guy on YouTube that we basically recommended, I think, either from 6 to 8 or something, or 6 to 9 in the evening.
Okay.
On TikTok, and that's just what we started doing, and it worked. So
and then you just post it on
that.
Instagram at the same time?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you're doing different characters. You have 4 characters right now.
I do 4 characters. I do want to say something though about Instagram, in that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So TikTok took off relatively quickly.
Yes.
And then in October, once I hit 100,000 followers, it just like slowed way down.
And now you're at like 120?
I'm at I think around 120.
Okay.
So yeah, I went from like 0 followers to 100,000 in 10 months, and then 100,000 to 120,000 in 6 more months, I think. So yeah, it just slowed way down. But Instagram, I went from 1,000 followers to 5,000 followers over the course of all of 2022.
Okay.
Like it took me a year to get to 5,000. And then I think it was in January, maybe late January, early February, one of my videos just started taking off. An older video that was like a month old took off, and that got everything rolling.
Yeah.
So now I've got a lot of momentum on YouTube or on Instagram right now. To where now I'm at 40,000 followers. Yeah. I went from 5,000 to 40,000 in I guess it's been 3 months or 3.5, 4 months, something.
And
like
Instagram has felt a little bit more.
Instagram feels a lot more friendly
connected
to creators.
Okay.
It's easier to sell your products. It's easier to, it's easier to get your products noticed or sell things essentially. Where TikTok, it's like if you sell stuff, it feels like they punish you.
Yeah.
Because they don't want people to leave the site. They don't want people to leave their platform.
And then what's helping you decide what were you going to...
I was going to say, then you had asked me though about the characters. So I do 4 different characters right now. I would like to do more characters. There's some people that just go like, and I've debated this. It's like, Steven is the guy who's getting all like the growth primarily is through Steven. And so it's like, should I just do Steven and just make that my whole channel? And I have a friend who does that, where he just does one character and he's built a whole world around that one character, and you kind of know what you're getting. And I think that works too. He does really well. I guess for me, I for whatever reason, it's not as interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what I would kind of say to people who are trying to get involved in this world or whatever. There's a real successful TikToker who said this, and it just rang true to me, but they were just like, do what you think is funny and don't chase like the trends.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Steven does kind of interact with some of the trends every now and again, but like primarily, like what I thought was funny is that Steven was doing like a Tinder profile. And so it's shot like I'm talking right to the screen.
Yeah.
And for me, my style is I like it to feel real.
Mm-hmm.
And so all my characters talk directly to the camera because I want it to feel like I'm like this is a real person. And in some of my earlier videos, I experimented some different things, but what really resonates with me is like I want people to be watching it going like their first experience is like, this is like, who is this person? Like I want it to feel like a real experience and not like, so that's why I don't do like green screen backgrounds or silly looking wigs or stuff like that. Nothing against those things. For me, my style is like, I want it to feel real.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's awesome. Any other advice? I'll say it like this. Say that kind of you left 3 points.
Mm-hmm.
If I can remember them. The first one was
commit to a time frame.
Commit to a time frame.
Yeah.
Was the second one be consistent?
That could be one.
Okay.
And pick a time frame and be consistent. Yeah, absolutely.
So pick a time frame, be consistent.
And I think why it's hard to be consistent a lot of times is because people are constantly looking at the numbers going like, well, like you just don't know. A video could go boom a month later.
Yeah.
So like that's where I feel like it's just I'm going to commit to do it for this amount of time, and I'm going to do what I think is funny for a certain amount of time, and then evaluate to go like, okay, this isn't working. This isn't resonating with people. And I feel like the comments a lot of times will tell you if it's resonating with.
And the third one was do what you like.
Yeah, do what you think is funny.
So do what you think is funny. So pick a time frame, be consistent, do what you think is funny.
Yeah, there's one more in there too, I think.
Oh, did I, Gare?
I would just say just be good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
be
right.
good. What is good though?
Yeah.
What is good?
Oh, subjective.
Yeah. I can help you with that.
All right, Gare. All right.
I can rate that.
Oh, this is the other thing I wanted to say. Yeah.
Wait, the other thing that you wanted to say, or that
there was another thing I wanted to say that I hadn't said yet, and it's along these lines of like, the videos that you think are going to go viral, they never go viral.
Okay.
Like, so that would mess with my like drive and determination. I mean, I would say, especially when you're first starting out, I think I have maybe a little bit better grasp of like what works and kind of some principles. Like if like there's 5 different categories that if I can hit all 5 of those in one video, then I know it's going to be a pretty good video. But I used to think like, oh, this one is amazing. This one's going to be huge. And then it wouldn't do very well. And then you're just like really disappointed all the time. So that's where I would say like, just be consistent. Just pick up amount of time. I'm just going to keep posting. And I try to make everyone as really good, but the way I don't get discouraged when it's not as good as I want is to just know I'm committing to doing this, whether or not the outcome is what I want it to be.
Yeah.
Until I come to a place where I'm like, okay, now I'm going to reevaluate. Is this worth my time?
Yeah.
Do I need to be doing this anymore? And if it's like, it's not connecting with anybody, you're not getting any kind of positive feedback. If it's just like you have a really niche point of view and perspective and no one seems to care about that, or they don't get it, then you have to determine of like, okay, do I need to keep doing this or not? But the thing is that what's so cool about the internet is like when you're really unique and really niche, there's so many people in the world that the odds are you probably do. There is like a following for you if you're being true to like what you think is funny and putting in the work to make them as good as they possibly can be. You probably are going to find a following, and that's what's so beautiful. Like if I just went and did a Steven character at a comedy club, it might go terrible. And I would leave that thinking, oh, I guess this character doesn't work. But like the internet, it's like an amazing kind of proving ground to kind of go, let me try this.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. People really connected to this guy or, whatever. So that's kind of something I'm even saying that to myself moving forward. I think I want to try just be a little bit more open to just trying different characters that I've kind of been thinking about.
So when you talk about being consistent or giving it a time, are you talking about like a character, or could you be talking like Pastor Bobby's probably was one of your favorite and now is least successful, like social presence?
Yeah. Pastor Bobby's complicated for just my own personal reasons, like just the fact that he's a pastor. I am a Christian. Obviously there's a lot of issues with the church as a whole, but my experience is the church is a wonderful place. And I'm making like Pastor Bobby is a funny, it's like I'm making fun of my dad or I'm making fun of a family member. When it gets, my audience has gotten so much more broad now where it feels like now I'm like attacking like Christianity or whatever. Yeah. And, it's an easy target for a lot of reasons, but I'm sorry. Was that your question?
Like you were talking about a vow or
time
committing to something. Is it like just social media in general or going the,
I mean, I would say as you're starting out, I'm talking about just social media in general. Like, is this a fit for me? And, I didn't just roll out of bed, never having performed, never having done any kind of thing in this. I mean, I hadn't really done anything on social media, but we shot videos for years. Yeah. Characters as stuff I would do all the time. So it felt like it was very much in line with my gifts already. But you still just never know if it's going to resonate with people. Yeah. But if you're just kind of like, I've never done anything like this before, but I've always wanted to try, then I would absolutely just go, just start doing it. Yep. And if you don't have the pressure of like, I'm trying to make a living off of this thing, then you're even in a better spot because then you can just like really just try stuff but I would just say, just be consistent with it.
Yeah. That's awesome. I think this is all very helpful and it's just really interesting to hear your story. Okay. Yeah. All right. Hey, let's, this is going a little longer, but I wanted to do a quick comment of the week.
Oh yeah.
To kind of wrap it up. All right. Comment of the week is typically a rude comment that somebody leaves us on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube.
Yes.
But over the last couple of weeks, I got 2 incredibly encouraging comments.
Way to go.
And so I wanted to read them. This was really cool. So you and I do a monthly Clean Comedy Showcase in Tulsa.
Yes.
And it'll have already passed when you hear this one. But there's one that we were promoting in April. And somebody said to my post about it, somebody said they tagged somebody, Talon Vincent.
Okay.
I think that's her name. Talon.
Talon?
Hello, Talon.
What's up, Talon?
Hi. Talon Vincent posted a comment on Facebook on my post about a Clean Comedy Showcase that we were putting on. Okay. And she mentioned Mary-Kate Shelley. So Talon mentioned Mary-Kate and said, let's go. Let's go to it.
Yeah.
And then Talon said to Mary-Kate, it's free. And in Tulsa, I actually saw Adam last Wednesday at the Looney Bin, our comedy club, and he made me laugh. So I have high expectations.
Oh.
Hey-o. Talon, hope to see you at the show.
Hope to see you there.
And we can be best friends.
That's awesome.
But that's awesome.
That's great.
Getting out there and making a scene. But here was the other one that I wanted to tell you about that is just second comment.
Okay.
You was on YouTube. I posted a joke called God's Big Joke on Me. And someone named Bailul. Bielul. I don't know if that's their name or their screen name. But they said, funny, keep it up, gangsta.
Gangsta. That's high praise. That's high praise.
Street cred. So I wanted to read those because you get so many
bad,
people are just like awkward or just like hard to watch or whatever. You're just like, look, I'm not for you or whatever. And very little not very often do you get encouraging comments. I mean, you do, but whenever I get them, it's awesome.
So I've got some reviews from my Cameo videos that I do. So I do personalized messages for people on Cameo, which actually by the time this goes out, I might be through my own website, but whatever. Personalized messages for people on their birthdays or for whatever. And so I'll read one of those.
Okay.
This is a review. I haven't even read this. I don't know what this person's going to say.
I'm so excited.
So absolutely amazing. This was just what we needed. A good laugh. We can't stop watching! Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. That's great. 5-star review. Thank you so much.
Who's the person?
Oh, it doesn't say.
Oh, unknown person. Thank you. Thank you for that. That is so nice that you would leave that and not leave your name.
No, it's not their fault.
Yeah. Listen, encouragement all around.
Yeah, just a positive one this time.
That's awesome. Hey, that's a good comment of the week.
That's a great comment.
That's a great comment of the week. Yeah, you know what? Who needs the money? I'll take that comment of the week.
Let's take the comments.
That's right.
I prefer the money too, in addition to the comments.
Hey, thanks for watching or listening to our podcast. We hope that you liked it. Best thing you can do is like and subscribe. Actually, the best thing you can do is leave a comment on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or YouTube, or share it with your pal. That's how we get the podcast is growing.
Yeah.
The little podcast that could is what another podcast says about themselves, but we'll say it too. Yeah, but it's going great. And thanks for that. If you would like to follow myself or Chris, you can follow Chris at Chris Munch Comedy on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Myself at Hey Adam Bush on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. And then follow Gary at northern.work. Northern. You can hire him to do your graphics and video production. And as I will end these podcasts for a very long time, if you're in the Tulsa area, August 26th, I'm opening for Dustin Nickerson at Bricktown Comedy Club in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We want to pack it out. It's a clean show. It's on a Saturday night at 4 p.m., 13 and over. So it's a little older.
I'll be in the audience.
You'll be in the audience. So if you want to get a picture with Chris, then come on out and come to the show, bricktowncomedy.com. You can get tickets there. They are on sale now. Woo! I will talk about it till the day I die, or when the show happens, whichever comes first. Whichever comes first. Hopefully it's the show. All right, that's it. Any final words?
None.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah. Right. We've said what we needed to say. We love you all. Thank you.
Love you all.
Bye.
Blessings.